beautiful Cancerians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for March 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I'll never ask you for your credit card details and I'll never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, this reading I'm doing on the 2nd of March 2022. The new moon is in Pisces today. So this is a very dreamy type of energy. This is all about your personal goals and dreams, but also your aspirations, whether they're career or, as I said, from a personal level. Also, you'll be working on yourself in a deeper way, okay? This is a very sensitive time, and you being a water element, you will be truly affected by this first half of the month, okay? Very important peak time for manifestation, okay? So whatever it is you're trying to achieve, the new moon actually has a strong connection to Jupiter, planet of good luck, expansion and opportunity. So whatever it is you're trying to achieve, you have full potential to realize it during this period. Also, you will feel a little bit more attractive than usual. You'll start to have a bit more confidence, a boost, anything that you've been struggling with. Things become a little bit easier at the beginning of the month. Now, of course, every yin has its yang. So the full moon is in Virgo on the 18th of March, which aligns with Pluto, the planet of hidden things coming to light. It is a very transformational period at the end of the month. This is a time where we may feel a little bit more critical than usual about ourselves as well. So at the beginning of the month, it's all about loving yourself fully, and then towards the end of the month, you start to feel a little bit of self-doubt creep in. Spirit want you to be aware that this is the effect of Pluto, okay? So be compassionate with yourself. Now, also, what does it mean for you? Well, your 9th house is starred right at the beginning of the month. And this is a time where you feel a little bit more philosophical about things, looking at the bigger picture, maybe withdrawing a little bit for introspection. But it's about focusing on spirituality. So you may be coming back to your center, implementing more spiritual routines, or getting to grips with meditation, or coming back to center your source. Also, it is about focusing on your dreams, but this is a learning period for you. The whole month actually has 2 houses, the 9th and the 3rd house, which talk about learning, also about study, quick trips and things like that. They want me to go one more, so I will. Thank you so much. The 3rd house is actually starred at the end of the month, and with that full moon in Virgo. And this is about communication, communicating your needs, getting a better deal, but also learning and planning a bit more sufficiently. Also, this is a time where you may feel like a burning desire to book a retreat or some sort of time away, because this stars your sort of adventurous, energetic side, where you want to, remove yourself from the everyday, not just in a dreamy sense in terms of daydreaming, but in the physical sense. So you may be yearning to either book a vacation, or you have booked a vacation and energetically you felt that this was a time period to do that. It's a very positive month, actually. I say that as I pick up the card of destruction. Okay, now I've been getting this quite heavily, and this is the end of the month, okay? This is as you go from March into April. Now, you may have noticed for the yearlies, I did for everybody sign, and this came up in the Virgo reading as well. So if you've got strong Virgo placements, they also got this card, okay? They actually want me to go one more, which is interesting. I thought I was done there, but it's almost like, well, what I can see right now over the deck is a hand calling me. So either someone has just done this to you, or someone is calling you right now as you're listening to this reading. There's something in that you're being beckoned in some way, but they're actually calling me to give you another card as well, just so you're aware. I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading, so I'm picking up energy and images and signs and symbols that I have to decode as I move through your reading, okay? Interesting, 2 quotes. I can't believe it. And one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? So as I was saying, in the yearlies, I was picking up an energy in April, so beginning of April, so March into April time, where there is some sort of radical change. A lot of the signs in the yearly readings that I did were getting a tower in April and June. Okay, those 2 months are critical, and because they were showing up as a pattern in everybody's reading, I feel it is some sort of worldly event. Now, I don't even want to go to what's going on in Ukraine. I mean, what's going on there at the moment is just beyond words, and I'm sending so much love and prayers and thoughts out to all of those people who are affected in every way, shape or form. My heart really swells and grieves for what you're going through at the moment, and I just cannot even imagine what you're going through. So sending so much love. And also, I mean, everybody, I'm so lucky to have you all as, you know, people who listen to my readings. If you could spare a really good thought for the situation and, you know, raise vibrations and really think of a positive outcome for this, I know collectively we can all visualize a better future and a better outcome, and we can all actually affect the energy. So I don't really ask for much from people in life in general, but I'm so sorry. I'm just grounding my energy, sorry. But if you could just spare a thought for those people and just, you know, collectively we can actually feel our way to changing the vibrations to help, okay? And I mean, if there's any other way as well, I'm looking out for like donations, links and things like that. So I haven't managed to find one yet, but if you know of a donation link, you know, to give, then gladly please share it. I would be grateful. Thank you so much. Anyway, let's move towards your reading. So I'm just going to get your overall energy, and thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, to see what is going on there. Now, the reason I mentioned that sort of destruction card in regards to the yearly readings that I've been doing, it seems like energetically every sign is going to feel some sort of tower moment in the month of April and June, okay? Now, for most of your March, I mean, it's starting off really positive, so don't be worried or anything like that, my beautiful Cancerians. The Sun card is showing up for you first. We got the Moon card there. That's something hidden or something mysterious, perhaps, and you're keeping something to yourself. We got the Hermit, which is wisdom, okay? I feel like you've been taught some very, something's coming to an end there with the Death card, but the Star card reigns supreme. So it looks like there's a lot of illumination and positivity in your month, but there may be some sort of change that occurs that is either quite shocking or you release something and surprise a lot of people, but I feel like you're in control of this, so just so you're aware. I was only bringing up the Tower energy for March into April, that crossover period, because I feel collectively I feel like it's a world circumstance, and it doesn't have to be what's going on in the Ukraine at the moment. It can mean there is some sort of news that comes on in that we are like, oh gosh, it's not like not again, but I feel like there's some sort of turn of events, okay, that we all need to be aware of. It's a bit of an eye-opener is what I'm getting. Anyway, the first card is, it is better to have less thunder in the mouth and more lightning in the hand. That really connects to this card, because there's something here either you're keeping to yourself, not in a secretive way, but I feel like you're keeping something down in the down low, on the down low, whatever it is they say. I feel like you may be working really hard in silence. You know, you're not peacocking yourself. You're not like, I feel like you're actually being modest. So you got the card of modesty as well there, but I feel like you are doing something really wonderful that you don't really tend to speak about. So I feel like it's more like less talk, more action, okay? And I feel like that is what you're doing at this time. Also, I feel there may have been something that either you felt very frustrated at, or something that you cannot believe occurred, and it, because I get a little bit of anger here with this, especially with thunder in the mouth. So if there's someone here that you are a little bit annoyed about, or there's a situation that you're fuming, I was going to say you're infuriated, but they said fuming wow, what a word, what a word. It's not normally a word I would use, and the fact that I was compelled to say fuming instead of infuriated, or infuriating, I feel you're trying to temper your energy. I feel like it's almost like you're turning pain to gain, or you're turning a situation around, is what I'm feeling for this. More lightning in the hand. You're taking action. I feel like you're taking control of something, and you're not, it's like you're not just talking about something, you're doing it. Okay? You're walking your talk, as it were. We've also got magic, and that is definitely what is surrounding you in the month of March. In the crossover period from March into April, I feel collectively there is going to be some sort of shift or some sort of breaking down in terms of the energy, and that could be that we are shedding things that we no longer deem necessary in our world, or we're making really sort of quick decisions that may shock a lot of people around us. Okay, so I feel that's like on a collective level, not just on your level, my beautiful Cancerians. But it says here, magic surrounds you and in you. Use your skills to protect yourself. Psychic spells, casted, sorcerer, witch. You are very, very psychic, okay? You're a water element. You pick up on the undercurrent around you when nobody else can. You know, you're the sort of person who has a lot of empathy. That is your superpower. A lot of people may have told you that you're too sensitive, or that you're very sensitive, or that, you know, they may tell you that your intuition is off from time to time. Listen to your intuition. It is your inner guide, okay? We were given it for a reason. And that owl is present on the card because it brings you wisdom. You are knowledgeable. Also, I feel like you're seeing 360 on a situation. Perhaps you're gaining greater clarity in a situation because we've got that sun card as your protagonist energy. But I feel like you're going into March with your eyes wide open as to what you need to do. It's almost like you're using your intuition to guide you even further. But the magic card, I mean, it's number 44. When you reduce it, it is 8. 4 plus 4 is 8. So that is a strength card. That is about your courage. That is about your respect for yourself. It's also about being patient and being gentle with yourself as you overcome obstacles in order to achieve whatever it is you set out to do, okay? So if you've been struggling with something, I feel like it's turning about. It's turning around in March. The struggle becomes easier as you see more details as they come to life in front of your very eyes, okay? Also, this really connects to the Magician card energy, that magic. You're capable of achieving whatever it is that you set out to do. This is about your will, your ability. You're being very shrewd. You're using your intuition, your instinct, but I also feel like you're using your power and your capability to achieve whatever it is you set out to. This is about your focus. Look at those owl's eyes. They are constantly on the prize. They are looking at whatever it is that is the object of its desire, okay? So I feel like you're using your initiative in either your career or in relationships, but I feel like you're seeing the truth of a situation. Now, I just keep getting this energy that you know something, or that you are aware of something that you're not telling other people. Now that again may not be, it may not be that, it's not that you're lying or being deceptive. I don't feel like that. I feel like you're waiting for the right moment to reveal some news. So for example, some of you may have just found out that you're pregnant and you're waiting for news and waiting for the right moment to display your news, as it were. Some of you may have got a new job or some good news that's come on in and you want to tell everybody, but you're feeling that now's not the right time. The Sun card tells me that you're very positive about whatever this is. So as we go, oh, we got final goodbye. That's so interesting. We've also got that with destruction and modesty, okay? So perhaps you are letting go of a person or a situation that has become redundant in your world. Whether that's a career, you may have felt that you've outgrown it, or it's a relationship. The destruction, it says a sudden change is coming that will completely change your reality. Chaos, wake-up call, endings, revelation. Now, it doesn't always mean that there is a sudden shift and everything is taken away from you. It doesn't mean complete and utter ruin. What it basically means is that your eyes are wide open to something. And also, you could be activating this change, especially since the Death card is in the last outcome position. It means you're transitioning, you're changing the way that you feel about something. Now, this could be that you're having a bit of an epiphany and thinking you're going round and round in circles in some area in your life and nothing is changing. So you may feel like you have to be the catalyst to change something so that you get a more positive outcome, whether that's in relationships or in your career. You feel like something needs to change. So you may be starting again in some area of your life, maybe tearing up the plans and starting from scratch. Remember, you're never starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. Okay, you have a lot of knowledge, you have a lot of smarts, you have a lot of talent, and if you're starting to go into a new arena, or you're looking at the way that you work and changing certain aspects so that you work smarter, not harder, that's really the Virgo influence with that full moon. I feel like, I mean, it could literally be an epiphany where you're starting to think of yourself in a better way. You're starting to have faith in your goals and dreams, and you're stopping negative self-talk, or you're stopping self-sabotage, because we all do it. We all have moments of feeling fear and talk ourselves out of situations because we feel it may not go in our favor. So rather than, you know, set ourselves up for a fall, we let our pride get in the way in some way. So we will pull a card on that just to make sure what that destruction is, but it says final goodbye. Okay, and that final goodbye, it says, it's time to permanently close this chapter in your life. No second chances, not for you, closed path. So there's something in your world where you're reaching for something greater, something better. And actually, I see you looking forward with a lot of positivity, enthusiasm, and motivation, okay? I also feel like there's some healing that may come from this situation, but I feel like your star is rising. It's bringing more hope. Okay, and I feel like you're starting to feel calm and trust the vision, trust your way forward. But it means closing a chapter, whether that is on an old relationship, whether it is on an old way of thinking, or whether it is on a an old way of reacting to certain situations. I feel like you're maturing, okay, in a really positive way. But you knew that this was meant to be let go of. Okay, it's number 9 when you reduce it. 72, 7 plus 2 is 9. That's a Hermit energy. That's wisdom. That is knowledge. That is power. And it allows you to release, surrender, and move forward. We've also got modesty. Okay, in that modesty, it says rise above provocative challenge that some people present in your life. Humble, self-conscious, shy, grace, tact. So I really feel this could be what you're letting go of, actually. Anyone who causes some sort of drama in your world or tries to push your buttons, I feel like you're not allowing their petty actions affect you any longer. I feel like you're gaining a lot of wisdom and you're trying to be positive. You're phasing these people or this situation out, okay? And I feel like you are rising above. You're leading with integrity. Now it says here, force, no matter how concealed, begets resistance. Force, no matter how concealed, begets resistance. So no matter how someone tries to coax you into something, and we all know Cancerians can be very stubborn. I'm a Scorpio. I know how stubborn a Scorpio can get too. I mean, every element has, their moment of being stubborn. And if someone is trying to force you into something or trying to coax you into something or, in some way trying to pull the wool over your eyes, intuitively you will feel it and you will feel the resistance. You will feel the pushback. That's when Cancerian goes into their shell and the pincers get put on full alert. It's in defense mode because intuitively you can feel if someone is trying to force you to do something you don't want to do. And I feel like there will be kickback, okay, with that. I feel like you're actually saying goodbye to those sort of energies anyway, whether it's in terms of a boss who's trying to bully you into doing something, or whether it is a friend who always tries to get you to come to see them and never really reaches out to you, or whether it's in relationships, love relationships or family relationships where you always feel like you're doing for everybody, giving, and then you may feel like you're being manipulated in some circumstances. You're like, hell no, this needs to end, okay? We've also got our first teacher is our own heart. And that is so important for Cancerians because your heart is so big. Your heart is so vast and you give it to so many people. You're a constant giver, okay? You're someone who leads with so much empathy, support, healing, and nurturing care for people. Make sure you know your boundaries, especially when it comes to your heart. Because if you're over-giving, you may leave yourself in lack, okay? But our first teacher is our own heart. And I feel like you're listening to it. You're starting to trust it. Because no matter what, even if we try to talk ourselves out of situations, our heart comes back around and continues to whisper until we obey our heart. So I feel like you're following a goal or a dream. You're letting your heart guide you. But you may feel in March that there is some sort of head over heart decision to make. But we will go deeper and find out about that. Now, finally, we've got becoming. So you're moving through any difficult situations in your world, and you're becoming the person you were always meant to be, the person you always have been underneath. Perhaps you're communicating yourself a little bit more clearly with that third house element there. It says here, you're becoming the person you're meant to be and owning your story. Personal transformation, self-awareness. Now, this is a very positive time for transformation throughout the month of March. And I feel like you are rising up. You're marching to the beat of your own drum. And I really feel like you're not allowing anyone to take advantage of you or in some way, you know, force you into doing something that you really don't want to do. Now, let's see. I'm just going to clarify this destruction card before I move towards your faded energy. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Okay, so we've got the Seven of Swords come right out there. It's in the reverse. So this could mean that you are suddenly cutting somebody out that you feel you cannot trust, or something you cannot trust. Okay, I feel like you are calling them out on their BS. Okay, and it may shock them to the very core. So I really feel like you are in control of this destruction. Okay, it's almost like you're taking a bit of a bulldozer to your life and like, no, that doesn't work. Getting rid of that. No. Which is not normally your energy, okay? Normally you want peace, okay? But I feel like sometimes you get frustrated that you think some people may look at you because you're peaceful. They may misconstrue your peace or your quest for peace for weakness. Oh no, there is nothing like a Cancerian scorn. Let me tell you, you know, you never want to cross a Cancerian, not at all. Not only do they see you coming before you do, they're very intuitive, but also, you know, they pack a bite, okay? They pack a pinch, they pack a punch. You would not want to cross a Cancerian. Most signs you don't really want to cross them when they're angry, but because Cancerians, you tend to be wanting to keep peace sometimes, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, because they were showing me a green bottle right now. They're showing me that sometimes you may bottle up your feelings to the point where all of a sudden they explode, and that's not pretty. Also, that's not healthy. So I feel like, you know, you're processing a lot of emotions, but I feel like you're cutting somebody that you really don't trust, or a situation that you don't trust. You're saying no, and that is the final end to it. Okay, I feel like you're cutting them out. I feel like you're suddenly changing, and it changes everything actually for the positive. Okay. Now, this person may come to talk to you or try to make amends in some way, but I feel like you're just not having it. You're done with that situation. Now, your protagonist energy is the Sun. So this is about you trying to be really positive. You're trying to look for the light in the situations. Also, I feel like you're keeping your eye on success and warmth, joy. You're trying to find the pockets of happiness in the world. And they are there, but at the moment it may feel like it is far and few between. But with the Sun card here, I feel like this is you seeing the light on something, seeing the truth on something. There's a lot of personal growth in March for you, and I feel like you're feeling the sun on your face. This Sun card means you are in alignment for success, and I feel like you are radiant. Okay, I feel like you're going to feel like an energy of exuberance or joy in some way, because there is actually something that either you're keeping to yourself. It feels like a yes moment, like you did it moment, almost like an achievement moment. I feel like you're rising up after sorrow. I mean, it's not, I think I said right at the beginning, turning pain to gain, or maybe I didn't, I'm not sure, but I feel you're turning some sort of sorrow into happiness, okay, with your resilience and your strength and your courage. The Sun card indicates you are rising up. Also, your confidence will start to rise in the month of March as well. But I feel like you're keeping your eye on some sort of prize. The Moon card, it's in the resistance position. So you may have felt really frustrated or confused about some area of your life. Perhaps you felt a little bit of lack of faith, or a test that's been sort of headed at your door at the moment. You may have been going through a test of faith, or even a negative period where you felt a little bit lost. But I feel like intuitively you're going to guide yourself out of that difficult period or that struggle. There's an inner calm that sort of washes over you around about the second week of March there. And I feel like, I mean, some of you may feel, because they're just giving me this energy of defending your position. So if you're arguing with somebody, or there's something you believe in, your values, and you're defending your values in some way, I feel like you're going to hold true to that and stand strong. And I feel like, you know, things will go in your favor. There's a real positive element to you being who you are, your wonderful, authentic self, and standing true to what you believe in. The moon card is also about the hidden, the mystery, the illusion, okay? It can be about cycles, things coming to life. So if you've got a piece of information or you've got a secret or something that you're just not sharing with people at this time because, you know, it's your private business, I feel like, you know, you will reveal it when the moment is right, and you will know when that moment is right because it changes everything, whatever this information is. Now, the moon is also about dreams and cycles of the unconscious. So because that new moon is in Pisces, I feel like this is allowing you to fantasize and imagine your success. Imagine what it is that you're trying to achieve, and you'll start to see it show up in the physical plane. This is about your dreams coming to life, okay? I feel like you're using your instinct as well. This is also a very sort of romantic time. We start to romanticize things in the new moon period with Pisces. So you may be trying to see the truth and see beyond fantasy in the month of March. So you may be getting really honest with yourself about certain things, but also you're allowing yourself to dream so that you can manifest on a higher level. But you know the difference between the two. Of course you do, everybody does, but I feel like you're being so honest with yourself, but then all of a sudden, something that you've been trying to manifest shows up in your world, a wish come true kind of energy, and I feel like it surprises even you, okay? So we've got the Hermit as the outcome position. The Hermit is a position of wisdom, of reflection, of truth seeking, okay? So I feel like you may be being very calm and reflective, but you may have withdrawn in the end of March. I see a withdrawal from you where you're trying to focus on something. You don't need any distractions. But you're gaining enlightenment. There's something here that you need to see, okay, or experience, and you need to experience on your own. This is almost like an energy of pilgrimage I'm feeling. So some of you, the quick trips that you're booking, you may think about wanting to go away to a spiritual retreat or some sort of place where you can kick back, relax, connect to a healthy diet, maybe an exercise routine or something like that. So I feel like you are coming back to your center and honoring your source. Also, this is about you. Okay, this is not going to resonate for everyone, actually. Thanks so much, I'm sure grateful. They just said to me that there is a percentage of energy of people taking a vow of silence. So if you said you're going to take a vow of silence for a certain period of time, perhaps that's even a retreat that you're looking into going on, this is not going to be for everyone. It's a percentage. They're showing me like 15% of energy is wanting to take like a vow of silence to disconnect from the world. So you may be like shutting off phones and things like that, retreating for a little while in order to tune out the everyday and focus on your center, okay? Because it brings you happiness, it brings you joy. The fulfillment you seek is within you. So some of you may be planning that or have planned that for this time period. Also, the Hermit is like an energy of using intuition, you know, going deep within to listen to your heart in the first place. So I feel like listening to your heart is very important because the Hermit does not see with the eyes. The Hermit does not look to the outer world for answers. He looks within. So I feel like a lot of you are going to be looking for answers within, and you're actually going to come up trumps and find the answers you seek in March. The Death card signifies something needs to change. So again, we're getting the same energy in a different deck where you're in a transitional period. You're ending old patterns, old habits. Anything that's hindering you, you're making room for something greater by exercising discernment in the company that you keep or the situations that you find yourself in. The Death card is transformation for your highest good. It is a welcome to the new and, you know, basically a goodbye to the old. It's almost like, now some people believe that this time period, March, is actually the beginning of the year, okay? It is the new energy that enters and revitalizes the year. So some of you could be really feeling that in your energetic sphere because you're so intuitive. But I feel like with the Death card, you're evolving. Okay, this is a card, a Scorpio card of evolution, of, you know, that phoenix rising from the ashes, cleansing, rebirthing, regenerating your energy. Especially after the Hermit, some of you are pretty exhausted. You know, you've been full beam, full energy for quite some time, doing a lot of multitasking, you know, trying lots of different options. You may feel a little bit exhausted. So some of you may be taking a bit of time out to rejuvenate your energy and heal, because you know, sometimes we do so much in life, we forget about our own energy and we need to recharge. So the Star card comes at the end of that, which means you will be doing some necessary revitalization of your energy. The star is about inspiration, okay? It is also about hope and openness. So I feel like you're trusting your intuition, and I feel like you're hopefully looking to the future to create a dream or a goal. This card is literally a dream come true, but it means that there is a new phase of life that is open up to you and you're connecting to it, okay? You're using your wisdom to seek what is available to you, and you're embracing new ideas. You're exhibiting new growth and serenity and clarity in your world. There is a real wake-up call here for you, and I feel like it is to follow your heart and know that you're on the right track, okay? This card is also a card of beauty. When you get this card, and optimism. So I feel both the beginning and the end of March are really positive moments for you. In the middle, I feel like there may be some sort of frustration. We're going to find out what that is, but I feel like you may feel a little bit defensive to some of the changes, but actually they work out in your favor. Human beings, you know, we tend to shy away from change unless we are in control of it, because most humans do not like surprises, okay? Now, just to let you know, I'm using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot deck, and I'm only reading the uprights in this deck that I'm shuffling right now. The other deck that I was using there was the White Witch Tarot by Maya de Aust, and the first deck I was using there is a beautiful Shamanic Heart Oracle deck by Mahrukh X. Now, we got the Temperance card to start. So you're trying to mix things up a little bit. You're trying to, it's almost like I see you trying to do a little bit of everything to make you happy. Also, you may have been doing a lot of multitasking. And remember, if we try to please everybody, we end up pleasing nobody, especially not ourselves. So just be mindful of that, recharging your energy and keeping some energy for yourself. The Temperance card sees you being very, very patient. How would you like to receive? Thank you so much. How would you like to receive? Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm only reading the uprights in this deck. They want me to go one more, so the World card. Interesting. Things coming full cycle. The World card is about abundance and things going the way that you hoped, being in the right place at the right time for opportunity. So let's start from the very beginning. Now, before I started your reading, I do a meditation before on the cards just to see what's going on there. And they gave me two words. One was correspondence, and the second word was nostalgia. Okay, that was coming up in the water as I was meditating. It's come up in the water again. I don't tend to mention anything that comes up in the meditation, just in case some of those elements are for me. I can't read for myself, but when I'm meditating, sometimes thoughts pop in for me, okay? But it's showing up in your energy in the water right now. So correspondence and nostalgia. So that could be that someone from your past reaches out. Okay, you hear from someone in the past. Now, this doesn't have to be an ex. It can be a friend that you haven't heard from in a while, or a family member. There's definitely a message coming through. They're actually showing me a telephone right now, so this person may actually call you, okay? Not unless you're listening to this reading right now and you've just got a call that's come through. If that's you, there's something also in this message for you. Anyway, let's move on with your reading. This is about patience. You're patiently working on something. We've got the Knight of Pentacles there. The Knight of Pentacles crossed with the Temperance card. Slowly, slowly, you're getting to where you want to go, okay? This is your hardworking sort of element, ethics, leading with integrity, persevering on a goal or a dream. You've got a lot of stamina and dedication. Once you decide to do something, my beautiful Cancerians, you will achieve it. The Sun card says success, joy, optimism, being positive and being patient sees you achieve whatever it is you set out to do. You know, at grassroots, the Knight of Pentacles indicates some sort of offer coming on in for you that can be attached to your workspace. It can be that you're being paid handsomely for work that you've already done or the work you're doing at this moment in time. Okay, I feel with this card, this is about you being very efficient, but also being in the flow, committed to your goals and dreams, and being offered reward for them. This card is seeing you determined to succeed, and your efforts will pay off. So I feel even though it's been slow moving, because this Knight is one of the most slow moving cards of the deck, they are indicating that you have started your pathway to happiness. The path has become clear to the sun in the background there. So I feel like you are on the way to the sun. The ultimate goal is the Sun card, which is the happiest card in the deck, okay? So, and the most positive. And as you can see, you're mixing things up, you're trying new things, you're trying everything to see if it works, to move closer to your dream, to reach your happy spot, that sun card. Now, because there's mountains in front of that sun, I feel like you've experienced a few challenges along the way. Perhaps your confidence has been knocked along the way as well, but I feel like you are trying to get back in the swing of things. If your motivation has felt a little bit off or you felt low energy recently, it has been a time period that we've been going through. Also, I feel like there's some sort of sadness that may have derailed you momentarily. Okay, I feel like sometimes, my beautiful Cancerians, with the energy that I'm getting, I feel like sometimes you're smiling through the pain. You're not allowing people to see that maybe there is a sadness or you're struggling with something. I feel like you're trying to pretend that everything is okay sometimes when really, you know, you're buckling under the pressure. Not to say that you can't do it. I feel like you can and you've got everything under control. But when there's moments where you take a pause, I feel you really feel this. It's almost like I feel like you've got the world on your shoulders, or you feel a lot of responsibility. And sometimes it may just feel a little bit too much. It's okay to let go. It's okay to cry. It's okay to let the pressure off. It's okay to kick back in an evening and say, you know what, tonight is my night. I'm just going to give to me tonight. I'm going to sit in front of the TV and I'm going to watch, you know, a secret pleasure TV, you know, something that, you know, you don't tell anybody about, whether it's, you know, you watch Sex and the City, or you watch something that, you know, it's almost like a guilty pleasure kind of energy, or whether it is, you know, you cut off from everybody and go a little bit off grid in order to focus and recharge your batteries. It's okay. You don't always have to be there for everybody, and you don't always have to be giving your wonderful energy. Allow people to give to you, okay? I feel this is important. You need to allow people to give to you also, okay? If you have a problem with receiving in your world, this is what's coming up, so please don't shoot the messenger. I don't know who needs to hear it, but if, for example, someone pays you a compliment, if you automatically feel like you're batting it back, or you find it difficult to receive a compliment, it could be that you have a problem with receiving in your world, whether that's love, compliments, whether it is love, whether it is, luck. They want you to be open to receive because you truly deserve it. Now, there's definitely an offer coming on in here for you. Some of you, I mean, you may be wanting to find love, for example. I feel like you've waited a long time, patiently, for someone to invest in a future with you, or invest in a relationship with you in the same way that you do. You have so much to give, so much to offer. I feel like you've done the right thing and you've patiently waited for someone who deserves you. That's the most important thing, someone who deserves you, because you are quite a catch. Remember that, okay? So you're going to get what you really want. You're going to get what you truly achieve. Also, I feel like some of you are going to see that there is someone in your world who has a secret crush on you, okay? Especially here, there's someone here who thinks about you all the time. There's a secret crush. Okay, this person has a lot of love for you. We've got a Knight of Swords here. This is someone who thinks about you a lot, all the time, in fact. And I feel like this is someone from your past. This could be the person who connects to you. It doesn't mean that you've been in a relationship with this person before, but it can mean someone wants to reunite. They're thinking about you, okay? This is the nostalgic element. We got a Six of Cups here. Also, the Six of Cups is about dreaming or longing to be like the good old days. So some of you may be thinking about the good old days because you're feeling like the world that we live in right now, because we got the World card that showed up there, you may feel like the world is so tempestuous and so, unbalanced that you're having to be strong, that you're having to really like protect your emotions and guard against getting overwhelmed by your emotions. So I feel some of you are trying to disconnect that feeling of the world being on your shoulders. Now, in terms of you, I'm going to pull a card on that to see who's got a secret crush on you, if we can get any information on that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. I feel like this person will actually come forward in the month towards the end of March to tell you their feelings. Can you please show me? Now, this person may have strong Gemini in their chart, okay? Or they may also have some water in their chart as well, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay, now I am picking up on a past situation because we've got a Five of Cups here and a Magician Magician in the reverse. How would you like to receive? Thank you so much. The Magician in the reverse tells me that this is something that had a lot of potential, but it didn't get realized. Okay, this may be someone that you felt was your divine counterpart. If you're wondering if you've just separated from somebody, if you're wondering if they think about you, the answer is yes. They think about you a lot. They may not be coming forward, but that's because they're being really immature. So you have to ask some questions to yourself. Do you want to be with someone long term who sort of like cannot communicate their needs or cannot sort of express themselves in a way to progress the relationship? So that's just something to think about. There's no right or wrong answer there, my beautiful Cancerians. They're just asking you to look at that. The Five of Cups indicates that you may be looking at a past situation with somebody. They're thinking about you also, but there is something greater to come. Okay, there is new love coming here if you're wanting it. They're indicating with the Five of Cups that you may be grieving something. Allow it to be released. Allow that sadness to go, okay? You have control over one thing, and that one thing is the way that you respond to situations, okay? It's easier said than done, but we all experience some level of loss or sadness or regret in our life. I do feel like there is someone here that regrets letting you go. And this person, whilst they have not completely matured, they still think about you and they still love you. They long to be in your arms. But at this time, I feel like they're still not ready to settle down, okay? Because we got that Five of Cups there. They're indicating there is something that you cannot even see yet coming towards you. We've got the Emperor and we've got the Wheel of Fortune, but the Emperor is in the reverse. So they're indicating here that fate will intervene, but the person that you're dealing with is still in an immature energy. This person is not thinking about the future, okay? But they are thinking about you. So you have a choice. I do feel like there is unfulfilled potential here in this relationship, but this person may have wasted their time. I feel a lot of scattered energy with this person, a lot of chaos. It's almost like they don't really know what they want and they're avoiding their feelings. So this person thinks about you a lot and longs to be back in your arms with that Six of Cups there. This is about sweet memories, the security of the good old days. This person loves you, but I feel like they're not available emotionally to connect to you on the level that you deserve and the level that you desire going forward. This person is very closed off in their emotions. Now, also, in terms of you, my beautiful Cancerians, I do feel like you're trying to, sometimes you disconnect from your intuition because you may feel that, okay, let me just get this in a way that they're trying to give me in the energy. Sometimes we just know things, especially you being an empath or an intuitive, someone who actually has a lot of psychic flashes. Sometimes you just know stuff and you don't even know why you know it, okay? Sometimes you actually question yourself. You actually try to rein in and try and think logically, and you ignore your intuition, and it actually ends up with you with egg on your face sometimes. They want you to connect to your intuition because that is a thing that will never lead you astray, okay? Now, they just showed me someone who just turned on the TV. So if that was you, there's something in this message for you. They're just showing me someone going, I even heard the electricity going through the TV set. So if that's you, there's definitely something in this message for you. But also, if that was not you, it doesn't mean it's not your reading. It can mean I have to decode it and the image that they're showing me. It can mean that you're trying to get information on something, or it can mean that you are trying to think about something or see something before you act on something. Because the King of Swords is about being a visionary. Now, this could be something that you, an idea that you've got that you're trying to implement in your world. Maybe you're taking notes, or maybe you're seeking information to help you with that. The King of Swords is someone who thinks before they act on something. You're getting all of the details before you move forward on something. Now, this could be something like, it could be something that you used to do. Either a passion project, something that you're really excited about doing in life, and then you just grew out of it for a while. I feel like you may revisit it. You may revisit your love for doing it. And I feel like some of you may make it into a business. You may actually become an entrepreneur, set up your own business, and follow your heart. It'll be very, very lucrative. This card can also mean that the universe sends a gift your way, an opportunity, something that you've been thinking about. I really do feel like there is something that you've been wishing for that shows up in your world. And I feel like you're tuning in to your creative powers. Some of you will expand your business, or you will be looking further afield to expand your business, maybe even internationally. Some of you will be wanting to travel to another country, and you'll be planning that before you. It's somewhere I feel like you've been before. Okay, you're revisiting maybe a place that, you know, you felt good when you were a child there. Okay, that's what I feel. The good old days energy is coming forward here for you. Now, if you felt like you lost out on some sort of opportunity in terms of your career, I feel like the time will be right when the right opportunity comes your way. I feel like this wasn't meant for you, whatever this was. I feel like it wouldn't stretch you. It wouldn't put you in a position of power that something else. I mean, there's another offer coming on in that actually will see you achieve what it is you set out to do. So some of you will be receiving a well-earned raise, promotion, or reward in some way in terms of your job. And I feel like this can put you in a position to have more responsibility or be in a position to sort of step up within your sector. Okay, now we've got the Strength card. The Strength card is all about self-love, but it's also about being compassionate with yourself, especially when you feel moments of fear or struggle or anger, even pride or rage at yourself. Sometimes we tend to self-sabotage, and this card reminds us that we can overcome the fear and achieve whatever we set out to achieve. This card is about courage, okay? So I feel like you have the power to achieve whatever it is you set out to do, but you may be cutting out distractions or anybody who tries to cause drama in your world, that tries to derail you in some way. Because it's crossing the Hermit card and the Death card, I feel like you're eradicating distractions in order to have courage to move forward on either a project or some sort of business related matter, or it could be a personal thing that you're dealing with. I feel like you don't want any distractions. You want to see things clearly. Okay, the Strength card is also about composure, compassion, kindness. I feel like you have so much of that, and they really want you to be aware. It's almost like the King of Swords can be a bit guarded as well. It's almost like saying anybody from your past or anybody that you would cut out from your life and they're trying to make a comeback in some way, just be a little bit mindful, use your intuition and see if they deserve a place back in your world. Remember why you parted ways in the first place, okay? Now, we do have a Knight of Cups. There's two Knights here. I cannot ignore the fact that there are two offers here, okay? Now, the Knight of Cups is first at its grassroots with regards to you, my beautiful Cancerians. This is about loving yourself a little bit deeper. This is about you, you know, finding all the good things that there are about you and honoring them, loving yourself fully, okay? Falling in love with yourself first and being a really good friend to yourself, because when you are a really good friend to yourself, you would never allow certain people to treat you in a certain way, or you would never allow, you know, if you're talking to a friend and your friend sort of says, oh, this person said this to me and it's awful and I feel horrible, and they're crying, you would say, how dare they? You need to cut them out of your life. But sometimes we don't take our own advice. I feel like you're starting to take your own advice, okay? And I feel like you are actually, you know, starting to have a lot of healthy boundaries and care for yourself, where you will not allow people to take advantage or talk to you in ways that are degrading or being unkind to you or dishonest to you in some way. The King of Swords in this position can also mean that someone that you do not trust, or someone, because it's like you got it in the reverse there, okay, because it's a resistance position. There may be someone that you do not trust, or someone who's been deliberately unkind, or has tried to force you to do something, has had really unrealistic expectations. And I feel like they're going to meet a force that is within you that is immovable. You know, you cannot force a Cancerian to do something they really do not want to do. But I do feel like there's an offer to follow your heart this month. I feel like there is an offer coming in that really speaks to your heart. This is about aligning yourself with, you know, following a dream or a goal, and you will be fairly recompensed for it. It's almost like your love for what you do, you take action, you do something that you love, and you're financially rewarded for it. So if some of you are setting up your own business or you have your own business, I feel like your love for what you do really shines and you will be financially rewarded for it as well. If you're looking looking for love, because I mean, traditionally the Knight of Cups is about someone coming forward with an offer of love for you, okay? So I feel like there is a romantic attraction on the horizon for you, okay? This is someone who admires you. I'm going to pull a card on this to see who this could be. I mean, if you're in a relationship already, I mean, you and your person, you know, you may have had harsh words with each other recently, or you may have been trying to reignite the spark in your relationship. I feel like you realize how much love there is there and what you fell in love with in the first place. So I feel like you're overcoming any obstacles in the union, but you may be cutting out old patterns in the way that you talk to each other, like being defensive, or like, you know, being quick to judge, or, you know, not allowing the other persons to speak, butting in on when they talk, that sort of thing. I just feel like that's coming through. Now they're also showing me, as I touch this strength card, they're showing me someone sending back a parcel, something unwanted. I mean, either it's an unwanted gift or it's something that you bought in the mail and you're sending it back. They're showing me someone taping up the box and about to send it back. So if that's you, there's something in this message for you, okay? Now we've got the World card. The World card is about learning lessons, noticing that we're coming full circle, and being satisfied that you did the best you could in that situation. The World card is also about balance. It's about wholeness and also accomplishment and success. I feel like you're accomplishing a personal goal or a dream. There is going to be something here like a wish fulfilled in the month of March, and I feel you will be talking to someone from your past. Again, it doesn't have to be an ex. It can be an old friend or an old colleague or something like that. And I feel like this person may actually talk to you about an offer. I mean, they may have some sort of offer going, opportunity at their workspace going. I feel like they offer it up as something for you to consider. And I feel like having courage and going for it is something that will bring you a lot of success. The World card has a victory wreath on it, so I feel like you will be fulfilled. This is you completing something and being successful in whatever it is you set out to do. Also, the World card is a travel card, so I really felt that energy right at the beginning of your reading where travel is starred. Either you are planning it or you have already planned it for this time period, because your 3rd house and your 9th house are activated. Both energy houses do connect to learning, but also to either quick trips or booking some sort of retreat or some sort of vacation there, okay? Now, the World does also indicate that a cycle is ending on something and there is a new beginning here. So some of you may be patiently waiting for a new opportunity in terms of your career, and one comes on in that helps you or aligns you with a dream job, or helps you engage your heart in whatever it is that you do. This is something you've been thinking about doing for a while. It may be that you're going back to college, some of you, to learn, to get a new start in a new arena. Some of you may be getting a new job, or there's just an energy of one door closing and one opening. So I'm just going to pull a quick card on that to see what's going on there for you. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? Can you please clarify the World card? 5 of Pentacles. Something that you lost, or you felt lost out on, or was even delayed. King of Swords. Now this could be a relationship, because we've got a King and a Queen of Swords here. Maybe 2 people who are not talking to each other. How should I receive? The Hangman. I feel like you may have been dealing with someone who plays victim or something. Okay, the 4 of Pentacles says you're letting this go. Okay, I feel like either you're not talking to somebody or you're releasing someone who's kept you hanging for a while. The 5 of Pentacles says, you know, it's just made you feel like you're on eggshells all the time, or it made you feel worried all the time. I feel like you're releasing worry in this situation too. The 8 of Wands here indicates a frustration at some sort of delay, and the Queen of Swords indicates, you know, you feeling someone has been unkind or something has gone cold here. So this could be a relationship, but also I feel, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, if there's been an opportunity that has been delayed and you haven't heard about it, maybe you've gone for a role or you've gone for a promotion and you feel the time frame has kept you waiting and you've heard no news about it, I wouldn't worry. I think actually it's going to be yours. The Seven of Wands says you are above the competition. This is something that you will win. The Seven of Wands is about you winning, being unstoppable. This is about you. I feel like you're chosen. You stand out from the crowd, but it may be delayed. So if you haven't heard from something, say if you're sending out your resumes and things like that and you haven't heard and you're starting to wonder, is it something to do with me? Is it something, you know, because I feel like you may be pretty worried or feeling a little bit down on yourself, like it's almost like if something didn't go your way, you may be looking at things that you lack or things that you feel like you are not. But Spirit's indicating actually you're above all the competition. You are more than what you think you are, and you will win this situation. The Seven of Wands says don't give up, hold true to the vision. So even if like this was a dream and you felt like it's been such a long time, maybe it's never going to happen, they're indicating hold true to the vision. Even if you can't see it happening, hold true to the vision. You're actually going to be successful. This is sustained effort. You're capable of going the distance, and I feel like you're unstoppable when you get this card. Okay, defend your goals, defend your dreams. Don't let anybody knock what it is that you want to do. Okay, so if there's someone here that's been unkind or tried to say you can't do something, don't allow them to influence you, because you're actually going to come out laughing the other side, because I feel like there's a couple of offers that come in and actually you choose the right one that actually brings you towards success. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides. Anything more? There is a new option, okay? You're no longer going to be bored or frustrated in the mundane sort of day-to-day. We got a Wheel of Fortune. I should have said it before it came out, but I actually felt this card was the Wheel of Fortune. I felt strong energy from Wheel of Fortune here, but it was the Four of Cups. But then, you know, the Wheel of Fortune popped out anyway. The Four of Cups in the reverse tends to mean you've got a new outlook, okay? So if you're feeling unstretched in wherever you're at, you're feeling a little bit like Groundhog Day, I feel like March is not going to be like that kind of month. I feel like, you know, the Four of Cups in the upright is like boredom. Everything that's on offer is just not fulfilling. And in the reverse, it means there is a fulfilling option coming on in. There is a new direction, or you're starting something new. It's actually fated. It is actually a lucky break or some sort of luck changing that allows you to see your destiny can be achieved. So I feel this is a very positive shift in a cycle for you that brings success, that brings you reward. I feel like some of you may be like closing a project or finishing college or doing something, maybe you're even visiting the drawing board in order to change something in your life. It really works out in your favor and brings a lot of success. Now, just as I was showing up the card, they gave me the name Naomi. Naomi, I feel like that name has come up before actually, but Naomi, so if your name is Naomi, there's something in this message for you. Okay, I mean, they're just saying Naomi, so that could also be know me, as in to know someone, know me. They're only saying it, so I can't really gather if it's, I feel like it is know me as in altogether, but please take it as it resonates, because it's not going to resonate for everyone. So I feel like your luck is changing. There is a new option available to you to reach happiness, whether it's a new strategy, whether it is this offer, because I feel like, I mean, there's this, an opportunity to do something that you love that can be financially rewarding, but also if you're looking for a loving relationship, one that invests in a relationship as much as you do, there's definitely an opportunity in the month of March for you to meet somebody like that. But I feel like you have to close out a cycle with somebody else from the past. And also I feel like you've got to acknowledge that you have the courage to get out there again and open up to this love. If you've struggled with opening up to love or receiving love or compliments and all of those things, Spirit wants you to be aware that you're still healing. Have compassion for yourself. But the right person will see that in you, and they will wait for the right moment for you both to be together. They will, I feel like they will help you through whatever it is that you're going through. But I feel like you're quite independent, so you probably want to do that by yourself. I feel like this love that's coming on in could have very strong Leo in their chart. Also, we've got some we've got a little bit of Pisces, Cancerian, Scorpio energy, a little bit of Aquarius and Taurus going on there too. They may have placements in those areas. So if you are looking for love, I feel like there is potential here. I do feel like there's someone from your past coming through that will try to heal something with you. They may reach out and speak to you. I feel like you've closed off to that. I feel like you're even if they send you a message or they try to call you, I feel like at first you ignore them. You may not even reach out to them at all during the month of March. I feel it would be more that you would consider it in April. I feel like you're making this person wait because they've made you wait for a long time. So I feel like it's not a game. I feel like you're being very protective of your energy. There's something where you're feeling very guarded in the month of March as well, okay? Towards someone that you just don't trust, or they've given you trust issues, or you may have many cycles with this person. They come in and out of your life, but I feel like you've learned to see through them, or you've learned to see past their MO, as it were, their modus operandi. I feel like you see through them, you see the light, and you're looking for something a little bit more committed. So I'm not sure that this person has that to offer at this time. That's what's coming up. That doesn't mean it can't change in the future. Time is fluid, things can change, but at this time they were showing up as an emperor in reverse. So that means they're not really thinking about the future. They're not really planning for that. They're living in the moment, but they do think about you a lot. Okay, so a lot of positive energy for your month of March. Now they're just showing me someone erasing something. So either you're erasing something or you're trying to forget. I mean, maybe spiritually that means you're trying to forget something, or you feel like you made an error of judgment in trusting somebody or something like that. I feel like you're trying to eradicate it. You're trying to, I mean, you could literally be using an eraser to rub something out as you're listening to this reading. I don't feel like you've made a mistake. I'm not getting that energy at all, but I feel like part of you would like to forget about something that has occurred in the past. The most important thing, process the emotions, keep the lesson that it taught you with you, and then leave the rest in the past. The trick is to forgive it, but not forget it. Okay, so just remember that. Okay. We forgive for our own karmic debt, because if we carry the baggage with us, it prevents us from opening up to opportunity and goodness, because we're so bogged down by the past that we cannot see the future. Okay, or we cannot live in the present moment. But if you allow it to go, forgive it, let it go for your own karmic reward, then actually, but you do not forget. You keep the lesson with you with that World card. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. I hope some of that was relevant in some way. This reading was quite precise, I feel. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know? So perhaps some of you, you're trying to wrestle with something, because that King of Swords crossing the Moon card can be that you're quietly, as I said, you're quietly sort of either wrestling with a problem, or you're trying to work something out and you're keeping it to yourself. You will find the solution. You will find the answer within you, okay? Your first card there is I'm a problem solver. So even if you're wrestling, as you see, there's a bit of a halo around this wonderful feminine entity's face there, and it's a maze. So I feel like you are trying to work something out. I mean, it's just like this. You're trying to mix things up, seeing what works to find your happiness, to find where you want to go. So I feel like you are finding your way in the maze, and you will solve a problem. Also, on her cheek is a star. So I feel like you are going to find a wish visits you. It actually shows up in your world in March, some sort of resource that you've been hoping for. Dreams do come true. This is a very fruitful time. You can see that she's got like a beautiful head dress there that is made out of wheat, which means harvest time. This is reward time, okay? And also, there's a symbol there of Virgo. So I do feel like you find the answer before that, just before that full moon in Virgo, on that cusp, 16th, 17th, 18th, very important time for you. Also, we've got I trust in divine timing. I trust in divine timing, okay? So something fated is showing up in your world with that Wheel of Fortune. because divine timing is in order this month for you in particular. Something you've been waiting patiently for or trying to achieve patiently is showing up in your world. And remember, you are ready. You got this. Have the courage. You are ready for this moment, okay? Whether it's you releasing something that no longer serves you, whether it is about you sort of being on your soul path, being an entrepreneur, setting up your own business, opening yourself up to love or opportunity, even though you may feel like you're not, because look at her hands. Her hands are over her eyes. She feels deep down that maybe she's not ready, but actually she's ready. Okay, you are ready, my beautiful Cancerians. And even though those hands are over the eyes, the Sun card indicates you will see clearly that you are ready for this moment, okay? You can see the wood for the trees, they just said. You can see the wood for the trees. So if you're struggling with something, know that you will find the answer. The King of Swords says you will logically find the truth of the situation, and you will use your intellect to find the right answer that will help you through. It's nice to think about the good old days, but remember to live in the present, okay? I'm just going to get a trinket before we close. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, for an angel. Okay. We have the lucky cat, okay? Now, cats talk about independence, but also this is a card of, this is a trinket of strategy, okay? Building your own luck. When you think about the King of Swords energy, because I'm only mentioning the King of Swords because it keeps being highlighted to me. And the King of Swords is all about strategy and planning. And if you think about a cat, when they see the object of its desire, they do that little shuffle. They are calculating the jump, the leap of faith. So I feel like you are thinking about acting on something and you're calculating the risk, or you're calculating the outcome before you take action on it. But they want me to put it on the Sun card because I feel it will be a positive outcome, whatever it is you're trying to achieve. Also, we've got the key. And the key there will unlock things to move forward because it's got the three-legged symbol right in the center. So you are moving forward. You're unlocking your destiny. I do feel like this talks of new beginnings because there's like a tulip there on the little nubbin to open the lock. It's like a little tulip. I hope you can see that there. So I feel like there is a new beginning. You're unlocking a new beginning, I feel like you're definitely moving forward away from a very tough situation that you've been struggling with. And there is calm that's coming, positivity, success, a movement in the right direction. And they want me to put this on the star. And right now they're highlighting the hand over the heart chakra. Some of you, your heart chakra is closed off to receiving. That is such a message that keeps coming up in your reading. So be aware of that. Okay. Sorry, they're just giving me a word. Zeal. Z-E-A-L. Zeal. Wow, zeal. Zeal. Okay, I'm going to have to look that up. Zeal. For some reason, I've got a mental block and I can't really think about what that means right now. I'll always be honest and say, I don't know. So I will have to look that up. Zeal. But I feel zeal, it sounds official. It's almost like perhaps you're getting some sort of official letter or something. I'll have to look it up. I'm sure all of you are screaming at the screen right now, no, Baba, it means this. And I appreciate all your comments in the box below. You'll probably tell me what it means before I get a chance to look it up. But zeal. Maybe it's about a zest for life or something like that. Because I'm just all of a sudden getting this big energy where it's like, I'm ready. You know, I get this energy that's coming through. Anyway, I'll have to look up what it means. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonated in that reading for you. It was a little bit complex, to be honest. So if it does, great. Please like or subscribe to my channel. It lets you know when I upload my next message, and it lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. It's completely free for you. All you have to do is press the little bell, okay? So yeah, I'll leave it there, and I hope something resonates. Thank you so much, my beautiful Cancerians. Love and light.